is Sarah Mitchell. I am in the process of completing my multiple subject teaching credential. I have to take the RECA, and then I will hopefully be done, and I'll be looking for a job in the fall. I would love to be in a first grade classroom. I really enjoy that age, and I really enjoy teaching the phonics, and at that age their minds are still growing so much, and I only experienced substituting, but I just know from other teachers, they say they start out, the kids come in the classroom the first day, can't read, and then all of a sudden they explode and they're reading, and you can really see the development. So I hopefully gonna find a job that will suit me perfectly. For my research topic, I chose to do project-based learning and the benefits that it could have for EL students. I chose this topic because personally I struggled with the standard tests where you have a question, you have ABC. I feel like I had a lot of anxiety when the tests would come around, and I never felt like I could fully show my knowledge on the subject just by the test. So I feel like this is a good start to research so I can learn more, and working with EL students, the best way that they can learn is through talking and communicating and learning a lot more than just whatever the topic is on the project, but they're learning skills of how to communicate, how to work with others, and then practicing the language, either hearing it or using it with the other students. So I was really hopeful when I started researching and got really excited about the topic, because I felt like it could greatly benefit me when I'm in the classroom, and I could use that. I know I want to teach first grade, but I believe that even though they're younger, I could still do a method of project-based learning with them. And so through my research, I have really understood more about it, and I do believe that it is beneficial to EL students, because they can, like I said, they're listening, they're hearing, and it's also beneficial to other students because they're learning the life skills. The question that I asked in the research is, what are the benefits of project-based learning for EL students? And I believe that I could find the answer to that through observations of a classroom and watching the project-based learning being done in real time, and listening to the children communicate, assessing their language at the beginning, and then following through the project, and then at the end, and see how they develop, and also find out if they enjoyed it, and how comfortable they felt working with a group and learning from each other and slowly developing in a comfortable space, because they're working with a small group of students that they're gonna be working with over a longer period of time, so they really get to know one another and feel comfortable using the language and growing that way. How do I plan to find the answer to the research question? Would be through the observation of a classroom. I would have go into maybe 2 classrooms and follow the project over a couple weeks and observe what I'm witnessing. I could also do an interview with the teacher, because they know the student very well, so they can answer questions relating to how they feel that student is developing, and the results that they are seeing from the student. The resources I used a lot of resources in the National University Library, and I found them very helpful. I think the library was really easy to use, and through completing my degree, I did a lot of research, and I have some experience on that, and I feel like this was just the same as going into a library. I could just easily type in exactly what I want, and it comes out, and then look through and and develop my knowledge of it through all the articles and different articles. And I moved away from just strictly writing project-based learning and wanted to learn more about ELs, and so I did some research on that, and I used my critical friend to communicate a little bit. Our topics were really different, so it was nice having another set of eyes to talk through things, and just have somebody there to ask questions. That was nice. My methodology and the planning that I would plan to do is go into a first grade classroom and a second grade classroom and observe through 3 months, and I will interview the teachers at the beginning of the study and the middle and the end, and ask them questions about how they feel their students are doing, if they are witnessing their English language learners use more language, is everybody participating, does she have any trouble getting certain students to communicate and collaborate with each other. And through that, I will ask the questions, observe the class, and then witness the final project at the end. And by witnessing them present their project, I will have an idea of how well they grasp their concept, and how successful they were with the project and the time period. If I could travel back in time, I think I would use my critical friend more. I feel like we sent our information or what we're working on once or twice, and then gave some feedback, but I didn't fully. I was able to talk to them now and then, but I wish I just did more so I could have had another set of eyes on my work and maybe push them a little bit more to give me more information or to help me out more, like send something specifically and say, like, can you help me with this? I need guidance, and do you have any ideas, instead of just sending all of it, the whole paper at the end, and having them just read a lot. I think that was a little overwhelming, because I felt overwhelmed too. I'm like scanning through all this information, and it was hard to just pinpoint one area when I could have helped a little bit more. I think on my side I could have helped too, and so I would go back and utilize that. And my plan for the future is I would like to use my research in the classroom and put it to use, and see for myself over a whole year teaching how the students started and how they ended. And I would like to do that throughout a couple years to like really develop for myself and be able to present the material really well, and then also just see the different, how each class handles it, and if it is something that works for all classes, or if I have to just get to know my students and see that this specific class will benefit and maybe the next one won't. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening.